but we need to bring things to light. First things first is we're going to get into the nitty-gritty about PSA. Yes, PSA. And before I start this, I have to read you a definition. Bait and switch. Okay? Bait and switch is when a seller advertises a product at a low price, the bait, but when the customers try to buy it, the seller tries to switch them to higher priced or different item. Okay? Yes, bait and switch advertising is generally illegal in the United States and in many other countries. However, I want to show you exactly what they're doing. Okay? And I don't know if my buddy Brian brought this to my attention, okay? And this is from his experience, okay? So he has a PSA 9 Chansey first edition, right? He scans it on the PSA app and they say, hey, we're offering you $3,024, okay? He goes and sends that Chansey in, right? By the time it gets there, they drop the price to, hey, we'll give you $1,640. Another copy of that Chansey, right? But in theory, we're talking about the same Chansey because this is what's going on. So now he has that in the vault and they're saying, hey, we'll pay you $1,640. But now he has another one, he scans it, right? And it's saying, we'll give you the original $3,024. So you're giving them a higher offer, but once it gets there, like keep in mind, that same card is there right now in the vault, but they're saying, hey, if you sell this to us, we're going to give you $1,600, right? But hey, if you have this card and it's not in the vault, we'll give you $3,000. So in the 7 to 10 days that it gets there, gets processed, they're going to drop it by almost 50%. And then you're going to have many people who don't want to have the hassle to have them take it out, send it back, wait all this time. So what PSA is doing is literally illegal in every other business sense. What if they're buying up all these 9s and then all they have to do is crack it, resubmit it, it hits the 10, and then they sell it? This is a big conflict of interest. I don't think anyone understands the magnitude of what is going on right now and how bad this is for the hobby. It's literally changing the entire ecosystem. They are becoming a monopoly. And, you know, the bait and switch, they're getting away with one thing after another with no accountability. And I never make videos like this. But when you're looking at the bigger picture here, it's baffling how someone can get away with this. Like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Hump Day. Josh from Bojack's going to be talking about PSA again. As you've seen before this clip or before this video, Plumber. Got mad respect for the guy. Very, very positive individual when it comes to PokeTubers. And, you know, to kind of hear his rant toward PSA just kind of adds the cumulative things I've been talking about with different grading companies and perspective. And, you know, I'm not going to, you know, recap his video. Please watch it. I'll put it in the links below. It's a good video. Definitely on my eyes. I didn't even think, you know, what they're doing was possible or that was even a thing. But yeah, they're definitely trying to take advantage of customers and the market and, you know, potentially manipulating things in their favor. You know, capitalism at its finest. Every business is always trying to make money and keep progressing. But besides that, we'll get off the PSA grading high horse. Other than that, yeah, I'll be actually leaving town tomorrow for about a week. Got to go do some military things. I got a mission to go take care of, some tasking. But I will be back next Friday. When I return, I will have some items from distribution waiting. Unfortunately, still no Pokemon TCG. But I had a 30-minute conversation with my distributor on the way home from work today, and it sounds really good. I might, you know, not trying to get my hopes up, but he said the trend, the spend, everything I'm doing is better than most new accounts, and I'm hitting all the wickets. So hopefully here real soon. I'm really hoping for the holidays. I really want to get some cards out, some product for holidays at MSRP. I watch Facebook, I watch in my community here in Jacksonville, I want to help the families out that need it the most. So, I take notes, I'm watching, I might not have a lot, but I might have a lot to give to somebody that can't find it or doesn't really have the money to spend that astronomical price for items for their kids for the holidays. I got kids. I love my kids. Military's treated me very well for the last almost 19 years now. A lot of hard work and sacrifice, but there are those less fortunate or, this is bad times. It's tough. It's tough everywhere. But yeah, great video with Plumber. I enjoyed it. I learned something new. Not trying to bash grain companies. They all have their flaws. It's all, at the end of the day, it's business and money and, capitalism. I'm still learning a lot, 19-year Navy engineer, chief to officer. So I know engineers, I know engines and turbines and steam, ACs, all that good stuff, electricity. So, I'm learning the business side of the house, but I will say with the Navy, it's made me personal. Love talking to people, love the knowing people, networking and, building relationships is huge. It doesn't matter what realm you're in. So learning a lot as I go. Definitely some lesson learned. But yeah, this is part of business. My goal right now is just keep my head above the water, especially when ordering things from distribution that are typically not the things that people want, but that's okay. Excuse me. Still making it through. That's part of the game. I could tell I could tell any of y'all out there that are striving for distribution, especially as an online store, you got to make sure you have the funds to back it up once you get it, because you are not going to get the allocations you think unless you're a brick and mortar. And even then, I know people with brick and mortars that don't get much either. So it's difficult. It's difficult. I've had to sell things from my personal collection. I had to sell personal cards from my collection. Excuse me. Video games, comics, work side jobs, building up all of this, capital and working, side jobs to do whatever I can to keep it funding. And then, I've sold a lot of Japanese booster boxes and Korean and Chinese before. Tariffs really suck. That's always a pain in the butt. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. You haven't checked it out yet, 94pokejacks.com. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be implementing a permanent military first responder discount. Stick with me on that. If you are interested, shoot me a message on Facebook, Instagram, email, josh@94pokejacks.com. I'd love to afford that to our service members, our first responders, anything I can do to, give back to those folks, and anything I can do to get product at MSRP. Hopefully distro helps me out. Not, keep on buying those things until I hit that magic number. But I do appreciate the support. Definitely the support here in Jacksonville, Florida. It's been tremendous. I've had quite a few sales now out of the state of Florida. I'm just trying to get the name out there, the brand, who I am. Cards coming soon. Typically, what I've been doing is print a receipt, and I'll put a personal message on there, sign it, put a promo code, discount code, something on there for their next purchase. But excuse me, let me transition into a thank you card with a promo, QR code for Google review. They're 18 right now, 5-star. Small wins, but hey, I'll take it. And putting a little sticker in there too. All these little goodie bags. So appreciate y'all. Continue subscribe, like, follow, keep helping the brand, keep helping me out so I can return the favor in the long run. Thank you very much. Talk to y'all and maybe probably next Friday. But y'all have a great week and chat with you then.